So, Monsignor Gray in front of St. Thomas Church, and I know that one of the questions people ask about is when we can come back to Mass and communion. And one of the things I think it's good for us to think about is how we might do that. People are concerned, so how can we do that safely? Well, I have some thoughts as to how that might take place. So, right now it's not possible for people to come back to Mass yet, but in some other places they're beginning to distribute communion. Maybe even before long people can come back to Mass. And when the time comes, so just a reminder, so when people come forward, if they want, we'll arrange things where you have to do as little as possible. So you don't even have to touch with your fingers. We'll be able to open doors so that way people can come into Mass. And again, just without having any contact, so they'll be able to just simply use whatever they need to open doors. Again, no contact with anyone around. Of course, if we have all the doors open and so forth, we'll make sure, of course, that we don't want to have any illness. So that means no holy water in the holy water font, because you won't be touching anything with your fingers. Doors will be open. And if then, right now, we're still preparing the church for some of the work that's being done as we look forward to some of the work in the sanctuary. But even then, so people will be able to step into pews. We can keep distance there. And some of the other practical things, we won't have the sign of peace. So that way there's no shaking of hands. We won't have the distribution of the cups, so there's no passing of a cup from one person to another person, which is one of the ways that virus and so forth can spread. But then also when it comes time for communion itself, as people come forward receiving communion, it's perfectly possible for us to distribute the body of Christ, to hold that and place that above a person's hand, such that we don't even have to have any physical contact even to distribute communion. So I think there actually are very safe ways that we can proceed, and even looking forward to ways that just to be extra cautious. I know that we keep some of the sanitizer and so forth on the tables in the back of the church, but we can make sure that we have plenty of resources there for that. So when the time comes that we do come back, I think everyone can be confident that we can do that in a way that is safe and secure. So ways you don't have to touch or be touched or have any contact, any physical contact that might spread illness. So be confident as that time comes, and we look forward, hopefully sooner rather than later, to the time that we can welcome you back to the sacraments and to the public celebration of Mass.